People always say it's the little things that matter, but they're full of garbage, because that only applies when they're positive. It's like finding a cookie in the couch or something. That's stupid. Why does it only count when it's positive? But the minute you get angry about something that's little, and you get angry about it, they're all like, wow, you're so petty. You need to learn to chill out, man. But you keep saying it's the little things that matter. So, is it just a one-way street? Apparently. And there's just so many little things like this that just are so infuriating. Take, for example, click to add text. Click to add text on any kind of slideshow making or friggin' anything like that. But here's the thing though, the text is already there. When you click to add text, it takes the text away. It doesn't add the text. You have to type to add the text. I mean, sure, that sounds obvious, but still, you friggin' you can't just it takes away text, and that doesn't make any sense. And another thing, while we're at it, every time I try to take a shower in the shower stall, that thing is too small for me to find anywhere to where I can not get sprayed with cold water when I'm turning the water on. Now, you might just say, well, then just stand outside of the shower, turn the water on, then get in. But then I have to deal with a shower liner, and I'm going to get water all over the floor. Why is it that I have to choose between getting water everywhere or getting blasted with freezing cold jets of water? Why are these the only alternatives? Why can't there just be a little space where the water can't hit me, so that way I can stand aside, turn the water on, and not be friggin' make a mess or friggin' frozen like a bag of peas? It's stupid. And another thing, O on the keyboard and 0 on the keyboard. They're basically the same friggin' character, to where half the time you subconsciously reach for one and you press the other. Why are they right next to each other on the keyboard? I can't tell you how many times I've tried to write H2O in like a science class or something, and I write H20. Gosh dang it, this isn't John Carpenter's Halloween. This is stupid. And capital I and lowercase l. Why in the world is capital I and lowercase l the same freaking thing on most fonts? That doesn't make any sense. It just creates more ambiguity. It's pointless. It's stupid. It's frustrating. And another thing, the number 6 and 9, they are the same number. They are the same character. The fact that all the cards and dice have to put a little dot or a line underneath it to show you which way is up is stupid. Just have a separate character for each of the things. 6 and 9 do not need to be the same thing but flipped upside down. It doesn't make any sense. Why in the world wouldn't you just create an extra character for either 6 or 9? It's pointless, and it's needlessly confusing. And another thing, I got this World War II DVD, right? And here's the thing, it's a documentary, and it says the German front on top. So you'd figure on the front of it, you'd have, some German people. And you see Mr. Mustache Man from Germany, the failed painter. And then you see the Italian dude, which kind of makes sense, because, Italy and Germany are right next to each other, where you could see where they'd go together. But then you have the Japanese Prime Minister. The DVD is called The German Front. Japan is on the other side of the world. Why is the Japanese guy there? That doesn't make any sense. It contradicts the title directly, and that doesn't make a lick of sense. And speaking of DVDs, I also got another DVD, a whole bunch of old episodes of the old Lone Ranger series. But here's the thing though, the Lone Ranger isn't alone. He's got Tonto. You can't call him the Lone Ranger if he's got a sidekick or a partner or whatever you want to call him. Again, it doesn't make any kind of sense whatsoever. And here's another thing that's stupid about school. Half the time, teachers just assign work just so that you're busy. And that's stupid. Like heck, like the other week, for example, I had a teacher who said that tomorrow you're not going to have any work to do, so I'm going to assign something so that way you're not just doing nothing. Is it really so bad that we have a day where there's no work? That we don't just have to be busy. It doesn't make sense for us to just be busy if we're not getting anything out of it. It's pointless, it's redundant, and it's annoying. And you also have teachers who like to require having the webcams on for these virtual classes. But what point is there in that? What are you gonna see on the camera that is so important? You're gonna see my friggin' pajamas? You're gonna see friggin' what color my pillowcases are? You're not getting anything out of that. That's stupid. And speaking of stupid things, politeness. Just because you're related to someone that doesn't, like, well, why do you automatically have to treat people you hate nicely? Like, think about it. Why in the world do you have to do a little song and dance no matter how much you hate someone? Because that's just the way people are supposed to do things. And speaking of politeness, the phrase respect your elders. Have you seen some of the things that friggin', like, age isn't a substitute for actually knowing things. So when somebody who's older than you is wrong, all they have to do is play the "you've been disrespectful" card, and then they just instantly win. It's like a get out of jail free card for logical debate. Except age is not a valid reason for something. And that is stupid that people seem to think that age overrides common sense. That's stupid. And the phrase "the customer is always right" is just as stupid. The customer is full of garbage half the time. It's like Jimmy doesn't get paid minimum wage to listen to you have a freak out over friggin' blue cheese on your salad or whatever. Jimmy's getting paid friggin' minimum wage. He's probably not here to do the greatest job in the whole wide world. And to be honest, for the inadequate wages he gets paid, you're asking for too much from him. And another thing that's outrageous. Friggin' phone charger breaks. Why is it that when you gotta charge your phone, you have to take up 2 friggin' outlets to just friggin' charge your phone? The brick, you put it in the top, it completely blocks the bottom one. You put it in the bottom, and then it just barely grazes the top outlet to where you can't plug anything in. And again, that doesn't make any sense. Why in the world can't you just make the brick just a little bit smaller so that it doesn't take up both friggin' outlets, at least if you put it on the bottom? The fact that they just have to have that massive thing there that completely takes up 2 outlets when it only needs 1 is stupid. It's a waste of material, it's a waste of space, and it's frustrating. And speaking of electrical outlets, why the heck do we still have 2-prong and 3-prong outlets? I cannot tell you how many times I have had a 3-prong plug, and I have to go halfway across the room, or halfway across the building, to find a friggin' 3-prong outlet. Why in the world do we need to have different types of outlets? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's just a friggin' waste of my time, it's a waste of space, it's confusing for no reason, and it serves no purpose. It's redundant. And speaking of redundant things, why in the world do we need 2 different types of screwdrivers? Why do we need to have Phillips head and flathead screwdrivers? There's no need to have 2 different types of screws. What purpose does that serve? It accomplishes nothing. It just makes you need to go halfway to Timbuktu just to get the right kind of screwdriver after you try to unscrew something, and then you realize, oh wait, I don't have any of the right kind of screwdriver. Why? Does there need to be 2 types of screws to begin with? That's dumb. That's stupid. That's pointless. It accomplishes nothing. It's just a waste. And while we're at it, you ever go into the bread aisle at a supermarket? Because I swear to you that they have so many different types of bread at the supermarket. There's just a whole aisle filled with bread. Explain to me who honestly cares that much about bread to where they buy a specific kind of bread. Nobody knows the difference between friggin' Wonder Bread and Great Value bread. Nobody can tell the difference. It's bread. It's something so basic, something so trivial. It's just bread. Why does there have to be so many different kinds of bread? It's redundant. And while we're at it, you ever try to go use the Walmart website? Because let me tell you, The fact that anytime I look up anything on the Walmart website and I'm inundated with third-party sellers on the friggin' Walmart website, gosh dang it, when I go to Walmart.com, I'm not looking to buy from friggin' good value chicken nugget friggin' not scam from friggin' China. I'm on Walmart to buy from Walmart. Why in the world do they just stuff the thing with third-party sellers? If I wanted to buy something from a third party, I'd go to friggin' Amazon. And speaking of terrible things, because Amazon's pretty freaking terrible, mobile ads. Those things are obnoxious. The fact that they managed to get away with so much garbage without any sort of legal consequences, from false buttons to click out of the thing, to just all this friggin' stupid stuff. It takes up so much space on the screen, it's just obnoxious why anybody does anything on their phone. Blows my mind, simply because of just how much of the screen is just pure advertising. It's just, how does anybody stand that? It's ridiculous. And speaking of ridiculous things, doors with the handles that you push. Why in the world is there a handle there when I need to push to open? Why not just put like one of the friggin' little bars there that you push on? Why does it look like I can pull it if I have to push it? Wow. Why in the world would they make a door so counterintuitive? It's a freaking door. It's a piece of wood that you walk past. It doesn't need to be that complicated. It's stupid is what it is. And speaking of something else that's stupid, friggin' the Windows recycle bin. Why do I need to delete things twice? When I click delete, it even gives me a little pop-up saying, "Are you sure?" when I want to delete it for good. Why not just let me deal with the pop-up? Why in the world do I have to go delete it, then go to the recycle bin and delete it again? That's redundant. That is a waste of my time. And it's a waste of my computer space half the time, because half the time I forget to go empty the recycle bin. And it's friggin' stupid. I don't have to delete things twice. It doesn't need to be that way. It's redundant. It doesn't make any sense. And you see, the next time somebody tells you it's the little things that matter to make you friggin' bend over backwards for some stupid gratitude garbage, you point out every itty-bitty little thing that bothers you. Because gosh dang it, I'm doing it right now. And I gotta tell you, the little things matter, and they matter both ways.